UFC fighters are some of the toughest athletes on the planet, but is UFC the most dangerous sport in the world? The brutality in the octagon is real, and injuries happen fast, but just how dangerous is it? 1. Frequency of injuries. Injuries are common in UFC. About 30% of fights end with some form of injury. Fighters can go from winning to needing surgery in a split second, with broken bones, torn ligaments, and concussions often occurring. It's not just the high-profile injuries. Many fighters endure hidden injuries that can have long-term effects. 2. Brain injuries. Concussions are a major concern, with repeated head trauma leading to long-term brain injuries like CTE. The effects of these injuries can show up years after a fighter's career ends, causing memory loss, mood swings, and cognitive decline. The risk of brain damage is real, and it's something fighters face every time they step into the octagon. 3. Long-term health issues. UFC fighters face chronic pain, joint problems, and even organ damage from years of intense training and brutal fights. The toll on their bodies doesn't end when they retire. Many fighters suffer from arthritis, muscle atrophy, and nerve damage that affects them for life. 4. The adrenaline factor. Adrenaline can mask pain, leading fighters to push through injuries. They might not even realize how serious an injury is until it's too late. Sometimes a fighter's drive to win causes them to ignore serious injuries that should have been addressed immediately. 5. Weight-cutting dangers. Another unique danger in UFC is the practice of weight cutting. Fighters often drop large amounts of weight before a fight, leading to dehydration, extreme fatigue, and in some cases, kidney failure. This dangerous practice can have serious long-term effects on a fighter's health. 6. Joint injuries. While head injuries get the most attention, joint injuries in UFC are equally common. Fighters regularly suffer from torn ligaments, dislocations, and fractures due to the extreme nature of submissions and takedowns. Over time, these injuries can lead to permanent damage or even early retirement. 7. Cardio strain and exhaustion. UFC fights can last for several rounds, pushing fighters to their physical limits. The extreme cardio strain they experience during a fight is unlike any other sport. Exhaustion can cloud judgment and slow reflexes, increasing the risk of injury and poor decision-making in critical moments. 8. The mental toll. UFC is a mental game, just as much as it's a physical one. The pressure to win, the fear of injury, and the weight of constant scrutiny can lead to mental health struggles. Anxiety, depression, and PTSD are common among fighters, as the stresses of training and competition take a mental toll. So, is UFC the most dangerous sport? While not the only one with risks, the variety of injuries and long-term damage fighters face puts it at the top of the danger scale. It's this high risk that makes UFC so thrilling. The fighters aren't just fighting for victory, they're fighting for survival.